Hello friends, in this video we will be discussing about another important concept in environment. As all of you know that this topic is very important in the point of view of almost all the competitive examinations. For example, if you take Union Public Service Commission civil service examination, in both prelims and mains this topic is very important. In Reserve Bank of India examination, SEBI examination, SSC examination, and UGC NET examination, in almost all these examinations, this component is very important. Definitely, you will get at least 6 to 7 questions from this particular topic. So, in this session, we will be discussing about this. In environment, now we are going to discuss natural hazards and disasters and its mitigation strategies. Why this topic is important? As all of you know that the development activities of human beings are increasing day by day. And in one way or another way, we are challenging the balance of the environment. Definitely, the environment will react. So, this will lead to natural disasters. As all of you know that this is going to be a major problem for not only for India but for all the countries. So now let us see what is disaster. Disaster is a sudden accidental change that can bring a lot of loss to both property and life. It is very sudden, nobody can control it, it is beyond the human control. So this will happen due to some forces which is not in the control of anyone. So as all of you know that this disaster has widespread impact on the lives and properties of people and both the living organisms and human beings. So now let us discuss how this is happening and what can we do. Ecosystem is the most basic structural and functional unit of nature. It comprises of both biotic components and abiotic components. Biotic components are the living organisms like plants, animals, human beings, microorganisms, whatever which is having a life is called biotic components. Whereas abiotic components means those who is non-living in nature. For example, air, stone, land, all these things are non-living in nature. So these are called abiotic components. So in the ecosystem, both biotic components and abiotic components exist together and there is a interaction between them. So there is a balance in nature. There is a balance in the ecosystem. So in the initial time, we human beings never challenged this balance. We never did anything to disrupt this delicate balance. But when the technological advancement gave potential to human being to intervene into nature, we intervened in a totally different manner. We didn't thought about that we are dependent on environment. So our technological power gave us so much potential to intervene the environment and encroach the environment and challenge the delicate balance of the ecosystem. So in the initial time period, we were coexisting with the nature and we were giving much consideration to the ecology and environment. So now let us discuss what is ecology. Ecology is the 4 levels of organization, that is organism, population, community and biome. So there are areas which are ecologically, very delicate. So we should not start any construction activities in those areas. That will lead to more damages in the future time. But as you know that for development, people started colonizing the riverside, the coastal area, etc. For example, most brilliant or most developed cities like Mumbai, Chennai, which are all built on the coastal side, on the seashore. So when a natural disaster or natural hazard will happen, so the areas are colonized. So the loss of life and the loss of property will be very high. So that is one of the reason it is always says that we should always focus on sustainable development. Our development should be environment friendly. A country's development not only is expressed in GDP, but it should also be expressed as green economy. We must give consideration to the environment. So there are so many natural hazards and disasters that we have to study. First, we will take earthquake. Because among all the natural disasters or hazards, earthquake is the most damaging one. Because in earthquake, what happens is that in earthquake, there is sudden movement of earth. This sudden movement of earth happens because of the release of immense energy. Now we will see where from this energy is coming. As all of you know that in the earth crust, there is oceanic plates also there, continental plates is also there. So these plates sometimes, they rubs together, they slides. In this point, lot of energy releases. This tectonic activity leads to earthquakes. So earthquakes leads to a lot of damage of life and property. So earthquake is a very important component that we have to pay attention, and the areas which are affected with the earthquake can be divided into 5. In the case of Indian subcontinent, it is 5. First is very damage risk zone. Second is high damage risk zone. Third is moderate damage risk zone. Fourth is low damage risk zone. And fifth is very low damage risk zone. It is based on certain factors. We are divided the Indian subcontinent into 5 earthquake zones. Now let us see where are the areas in which we have to give more focus. Very high damage risk zones: Kashmir Valley, Uttarakhand, northeastern states. These areas are very high damage risk zones. In damage risk zone, what are all the areas comes? North of Bihar, north of Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir. These areas comes under damage risk zone. Remaining parts of India is from moderate risk zones to very low risk zone. So in this session, we will discuss earthquake, ecosystem and ecology. So I hope all of you understood this very clearly. In the next session, we will be coming with another natural hazard. So remember one thing, natural hazard is something which occurs in a sudden, in an accidental way, and which don't have any control, and it has the potential to cause damage to the life and property of people. So both natural disaster and natural hazards should be given priority consideration. So mitigation strategies should also be developed with respect to certain factors. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and do recommend this channel to your friends. Stay safe, study well. Thank you so much. In the next session, we will be coming with another topic. Thank you.